Hi, Travis Vaughn here with Baranof Realty in beautiful Sitka, Alaska. This video is about our traditional 4% full service real estate package. If you've been watching this video series, we've gone over how commissions work. We've talked about for sale by owner packages for a flat $4,000. We've talked about a do-it-yourself package for a 2% commission. And now we're going to talk about just the standard traditional relationship, which is a 4% commission. Basically, we do everything in that scenario, right? We take the pictures, we put you in the MLS, we're paying the buyer rep commission if another real estate brokerage in town wants to, or they have a buyer for your property, and it's the full multiple list or MLS service. Who is this appropriate for? Well, first off, it's going to be appropriate for just about anybody that wants to get full exposure for their property and get it into what's called the multiple listing service. And this is a big differentiator between the DIY package and full service. In the DIY package, we're not putting you in the multiple list. We're not putting your home in the multiple list. We're not paying or sharing a commission with a buyer rep, right? So Realty across town, another brokerage has a buyer. We'll pay them a referral fee on the DIY, but we're not splitting the commission. There's no buyer rep. But at the 4% commission, we will. We will share that 4% commission with another agency that has a buyer for your home. So you get maximum exposure, right? You're going into the multiple listing service, which means all the realtors in town are working for you, right? It's not just Baranof Realty, it's also our friends across the street at Davis Realty. And if you want to incentivize Davis Realty to also sell your house, then the 4% real estate package is the best way to go. Now, what kind of homes will this be best for? Well, again, if you want the most exposure, any home, but especially higher end properties, something that's over $400,000, any kind of specialty property, you're going to want to incentivize a buyer rep, and you're going to want to be in the MLS. Because more than likely, the buyer for your property does not currently live in Sitka. Put yourself in the buyer's shoes for a moment. And by the way, that's the real art of the deal. Understand your audience. Understand who you're selling to and what their concerns are. And if you can put yourself in their mentality, then you have greatly increased the chances of selling your home and selling it for the best price possible. Someone that's moving here to an island in Alaska probably going to use a realtor. That's a big jump. I mean, that's a big risk, right? Hey, honey, we're going to move to an island in Alaska and buy a $500,000 house. Okay, they're going to want to use a realtor, right? That's getting a little scary to jump out there and do a for sale by owner on something like that. In that case, you definitely want our friends at Davis Realty to be incentivized to sell your property. Absolutely. Because that's the kind of buyer audience that you have. Now, if you're a local Sitkan and you're just selling to other local Sitkans, maybe, and you're willing to do some of the work yourself, maybe the DIY at 2% is the way to go. Maybe you don't need that buyer rep incentive. But for maximum exposure, you want to be in the MLS, you want all the realtors working for you, and of course you want our project management services that we provide at the FSBO, DIY, and of course the full service real estate package. We would love to sit down and talk to you in more detail about all of these packages. You can find our contact information below. Every situation is unique and every home is unique. Every buyer and seller's motivations are unique, and so we would love to sit down with a free consultation and try to match you up with what will work best for you and go over in more detail what we can offer. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out our other playlists and video series, and give us a call. We'd love to help you buy or sell your home.